Six-man will enter the demonic structure known as the Elimination Chamber for the chance to go to Wrestlemania to challenge for the Universal Championship tonight at the Elimination Chamber event. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I'm BrendenPlayz, and that's right, tonight we will have an Elimination Chamber match to determine who will be the #1 contender for the Universal Championship. Many more titles are on the line as well in what will be the final pay-per-view before Wrestlemania. We start off tonight with the United States Championship match. Dean Ambrose is approaching the ring, looking to win back the championship that he lost a few weeks ago to The Miz. It's The Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship. Dean Ambrose losing it in a fatal four-way match to The Miz, who surprised everybody when he was able to secure that victory. I don't think anybody expected The Miz to win that match considering his track record, but on that night, he surprised us all, and many are saying it was a fluke win. The Miz, though, is out to prove that it was not a fluke and that he is the real deal. Well, can he get the job done here tonight? Well, it's a huge victory for The Miz in his career because The Miz was struggling. Many were thinking The Miz may not have a future here in the WWE anymore, and The Miz, I think, was starting to think so as well. He was snubbed from the Royal Rumble matchup. He was meant to be in that match. He was promised a spot by Raw General Manager Christian. And when he was not in the match, well, The Miz wanted answers. He wanted to know why. He wanted to know what went wrong. Why was he not in there? And Christian basically said, look, I put someone else in there for you because I felt as though they had a better chance of winning than you did. The Miz took offense. Christian, to say sorry, gave him a United States Championship match in a fatal four-way, and The Miz was able to get the job done. He was able to surprise us all and win the US title. Well, this is his first championship defense. Will it be his last time as the United States Champion? Will this be the final night where The Miz can truly believe that he is one of the top stars here on Raw? Because he's got the prize right now, but can he hang on to it? Sometimes it's a lot easier to win than it is to retain and defend. So The Miz, he's got it in his hands. He's about to let it go, and will it be for the final time? Dean Ambrose has been frustrated that he got that championship taken away from him in a match where he was not even pinned or submitted. Miz was able to capitalize and take advantage of the fatal four-way situation. Now Ambrose has a true, genuine opportunity, and we'll see how this goes. Well, The Miz, well, he was trying to become a part of the Elimination Chamber match when he took on Shinsuke Nakamura, but that opportunity was taken away from him when Dean Ambrose inserted himself into it, distracting The Miz, costing him that match. So Dean Ambrose figured, hey, I'm not going to be a part of the Elimination Chamber, so I don't want The Miz to be a part of it either, so I can have my rematch take place at the Chamber. As the referee slowly in position here as an early cover, and Ambrose, well, picks The Miz up anyways. The referee took his sweet time to get in position. So is it going to be one of those nights, is it, where the referees continue to mess up? Let's hope not. Let's hope the referees call it straight down the middle. Running Bulldog there by Dean Ambrose. And dropping the elbow to follow it up there. 1-2 combination there by Dean Ambrose. A great way to start. Of course, Maurice ringside as well for The Miz. And that was a position that she was not at when The Miz won the championship on that night. The Miz getting his wife to join him ringside here tonight. As extra support, he said. AKA, I think, to help him win this match. Let's be honest. Dean Ambrose looking fantastic so far. Former Intercontinental Champion. Former World Champion. And now United States Champion. He was, of course, a part of the Shield when they were Tag Team Champions, but not quite recognized as Tag Team Champion himself. So close to being a Grand Slam Champion here in Universe Mode. He has had a tremendous run, but the last year has not proven to be that kind to him. But winning the United States Championship back at Survivor Series against Dolph Ziggler was a huge confidence booster for him. But obviously losing it to The Miz recently is not going to do him all that much good, as Maurice gets a steel chair in the ring. I don't know if Dean Ambrose realizes, surely The Miz has realized by now, as he's on the top of the rope, and a crossbody. The Miz high flying there. You don't see that too often by him, as Maurice did introduce that chair. The Miz thought about using it, was looking at it, but realizing the referee is certainly in position to call a disqualification, and that's not going to help him at all here tonight. There's a big boot there by the Miz, and he is fired up here tonight. Referee, he can't even do that right. He can't even get the chair out of the ring right. Oh boy. And the chair stays in the ring for now, as the Miz striking the former champion to the midsection. Now the DDT to follow it up. And the Miz looking terrific so far, as Dean Ambrose is getting a bit of a surprise here. I think many of us started to think the Miz didn't have it in him anymore to become a champion. And the Miz starting to finally step up and prove that this championship victory may not be a fluke, as the referee takes the chair to the outside of the ring. Ambrose now on the top, and face first right into the turnbuckle padding. And the Miz stomping away, continuing them into the corner. And there you go. Using the ropes and the turnbuckle in the corner to connect with a modified powerbomb there by the Miz. And he is United States Champion. You can't take that away from him as he gets struck with a DDT. His career is back. He's now back in the fold, back in the conversation again. He's finally found relevancy after being, well, in a bit of a wasteland for the last 3 years here in Universe Mode. As, a running knee strike there. He's been tag team champion though, the Miz, but ever since that tag team went haywire, it's not been that great from in terms of a singles competitor. Inverted DDT there by the Miz. The two men who can really use a big victory here, both trying to get one. Knee to the neck breaker. What about that from the Miz? Another terrific combination. And I'll tell you what, the Miz he's come to fight here tonight. That's for sure. He has come here to really send a message to everybody watching that he is the real deal. You know, he believes that he's a celebrity, he's this excellent movie star, and he's a tremendous actor, and he's got it all that way. But, you know, whilst he believes he's all that outside the ring, he hasn't really proven that he's all that inside the ring. He's got some trouble here. Oh, Ambrose went for the dirty deeds, but the Miz able to find a counter and stay on his feet and survive. I'll tell you what, if it's 30 Ds there, would have been over there as the Miz. There's that combination again. Well, it worked the first time, why not try it again? And that's exactly what the Miz is thinking, as now he's into the cover here, shoulders down from Dean Ambrose. Doesn't hook the leg though. Will that cost him? It may have. Ambrose able to use his legs to power out there, and that could have cost the Miz there. Meanwhile, the Miz, he's not too worried about that right now. He's looking to go for the skull-crushing finale. And here it comes! Gets it! Skull-crushing finale! The Miz to retain! This time, he hooks the leg! The Miz to keep the title! No! Ambrose gets the shoulder up just in time. And that is a huge kick out there by Dean Ambrose. I tell you what, he had to do that there, because let's face it, if you lose here tonight, your WrestleMania dream could well and truly be over. Right hand there by Ambrose, another one. Ambrose trying to get himself back in the game. Here he comes in the corner. And now follows it up with a bulldog. Well, he survived the skull-crushing finale. Can he find a dirty deeds of his own and look to put the pressure back on the Miz and potentially take this one away from him? Ambrose now, taken down off his feet there by the Miz. And now the Miz has got a hold of Dean. Snapmare takedown. And Maurice is loving everything she's seeing from her man, the champion of the United States. That is the Miz. And he's looking to hang on to it here tonight. There's a running knee. Daniel Bryan style there by the Miz. And the Miz now. Here we go. Uranagi. A modified version of it. And the Miz now. Is this enough to put him away? No, not yet. The Miz, though, is wearing down Dean Ambrose, and I tell you what, he's getting closer. Every move, he's getting that step closer to taking this victory and hanging on to that title. But Dean Ambrose with a neck breaker, and the Miz all of a sudden using the ropes for leverage. He's in a bit of trouble here. Right hand there by the Miz. Oh, we know what's coming next. Big time clothesline by Ambrose. Miz is down. Ambrose now looking to line him up here. Oh, Miz, you're not going to like what's coming next. Here it comes. Dirty Deeds. That's going to be it. The cover. Miz is in trouble, but he is able to kick out. Well, they're 1-1 right now. The skull-crushing finale didn't work. Dirty Deeds didn't work, but this may work. The figure four. It helped him win the title a few weeks ago. But Ambrose too close to the ropes there. Miz realizing he had to readjust, unable to keep the hold in the right position there. Is now Dean Ambrose. Look out, running, Bulldog again. He's used that really well here tonight. Dean Ambrose has the Miz down. US title on the line. The winner will potentially defend that title at WrestleMania. That is huge. And both men want to go back to the grandest stage of them all, but as champion. Here's the cover again. Shoulder is up again, and The Miz able to stay in this matchup. But how much longer, though? Well, The Miz is a man who hasn't had that much luck and success at WrestleMania over the years. As that was attempted, well, I think he tried to get the forearm and the fist down on The Miz, but he more so hit with that knee. Miscalculated, but ended up probably doing a little bit more damage because the knee, obviously, a lot harder than the fist. And it swings out into the DDT. Not going to phase The Miz too much, though. Here's the cover again. Ambrose pressure back onto him. Must kick out and will. Knee again there by The Miz. Just trying to wear down the body of Dean Ambrose. Trying to take him out of this matchup here. Just trying to wear him down, punish him, injure him, hurt him. Meanwhile, Dean Ambrose has a hold of The Miz. He's going to try and get him to the ropes again. And this is when Ambrose is at his best. Springs off the ropes. And again with a clothesline. He found it a little bit earlier. He's able to find it again. Ambrose slowly picking The Miz up. Miz, though, playing possum, gets back to his feet. Rights and lefts. Another left-hand strike, blocked this time by Ambrose, who fires with a right of his own, and that one rocked The Miz. Now these two just slugging away. Running knee again there by The Miz. Here's the cover, hooks the leg. Will this be it for Dean Ambrose? Will Miz retain? Oh, geez, it's getting closer and closer now, and Miz is starting to realize that the 3 count could have been coming, questioning the referee's counting. I'm pretty sure our referees are trained to count to 3. Not sure about 4 or 5, but they can certainly get to 3. There's a skull-crushing finale. We'll count the 3 now. It's over. The Miz is going to do it. Miz will win and retain the title. No! And now The Miz is in disbelief. I think he's starting to wonder, was it a fluke? Because Ambrose is kicked out again. Miz is starting to question it. Ambrose is fighting. Now there's a DDT spiking the head of The Miz. Here comes Ambrose, hooks the leg into the fisherman suplex. Dean Ambrose, he is ready to take this match away from The Miz. Ambrose is fighting, he's somehow still in it. The Miz should have won this match by now, but Dean Ambrose is not giving up on his WrestleMania hopes. DDT there, and now Ambrose gonna line up The Miz. Maurice, you should be worried, because what's coming next could be the difference maker. Dirty Deeds! And that one got a hell of a lot of The Miz. He bounced off the mat. He's down for the count. It's over. We have a new United States champion. Dean Ambrose wins back the title tonight and perhaps proves that The Miz's victory was a fluke. Well, The Miz just couldn't put him away. 2 skull-crushing finales, and a normal man would have been beaten right there. But Dean Ambrose had the heart and determination to fight through it, and he was able to survive. He got back up, found the Dirty Deeds, and somehow was able to claim victory. He's the new US champion. Another title reign to Dean Ambrose's name. It is a tremendous career that is continuing to rise. Oh no, wait a minute. There's that steel chair! This time The Miz uses it to its full effect. Right into the skull of Dean Ambrose. Well, here's the sore loser. Striking him in the ribcage section. Well, The Miz realizing that his WrestleMania hopes could be gone. And now looking to strike. Oh, here it comes. Skull-crushing finale. For the 3rd time. And The Miz, he won't be champion at the end of the night, but he sends a major statement anyways. The Miz is not the United States champion. but I don't think this situation between these two is quite done yet. Can The Miz prove that he is the real deal? Well, backstage right here with Randy Orton. Randy, who do you want to win this matchup coming up next between Cesaro and Sheamus versus Rusev Day? Which team would you rather face at WrestleMania? It doesn't really matter which team we face because the result will be the same. RKO has dominated every single team on SmackDown for the last year. Ever since we have come together as a team, nobody's been able to stop us. So what makes you think that Rusev and Aiden English, a makeshift team, can beat us? Cesaro and Sheamus, they call themselves the Bar. Well, the bar has been set by us this entire time. They talk a big game, but they haven't exactly backed it up in the ring. So quite frankly, if they want to step up, I'm more than ready to fight them. But to be honest, after what Rusev did to me recently on SmackDown, he stood up and decided to fight me backstage. I wouldn't mind kicking his ass at WrestleMania and just sending him a bit of a reminder of who the man truly is around here. So if you ask me, I don't really care who we have to face at WrestleMania because the result will be the same and RKO will walk out still tag team champions. Randy's confident either way. He doesn't really care who he has to face with Rhino at WrestleMania. He just wants to get there and he's ready for a fight. Well, we're going to see Cesaro and Sheamus the Bar. They are officially a tag team in the division and they are on the hunt for these championships. It's Rusev Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro, now known as the Bar. Our number one contenders match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships with the winning team taking on RKO at WrestleMania. Well, to be fair, Sheamus and Cesaro have had such a dominant rise to the top ever since pairing up around about Survivor Series time. They had to deal with Braun Strowman for quite some time there, but they have come back and they have been so good as a team. Despite losing against Strowman at the end of it, whenever we see the two team up together, they're almost unbeatable at times. They are so tough to stop. And I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup. They're coming up against Rusev Day, who are still new together as a team, but have had some success already. Sheamus and Cesaro that truly believe that they are ready to be the team to beat RKO at WrestleMania, a team that has been nearly unbeatable. Only one team has beaten them all season. That's, of course, been Gallows and Anderson, the former Raw Tag Team Champions. And that was a bragging rights. They've been nearly unbeatable since. Rusev, Aiden English here tonight. They are known as Rusev Day because Rusev likes to celebrate every day like it's his own. He likes to be the center of attention at times. He likes to be, the guy that it's all about him. Everyone wants to talk about Rusev. Everybody wants to support Rusev. And he likes that. He likes it being always about him. And hopefully tonight it could be his day for his own sake as he starts off well against Cesaro. Plenty of talent in the ring right now. Cesaro, former Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, Tag Team Champion. Only thing he has not accomplished is the big one, the World Heavyweight Championship. His partner though, Sheamus, is a former World Champion as well as Tag Team Champion and Intercontinental Champion. There are some titles on that team, that is for sure. Rusev, former US Champion, he's on right, and English yet to hold a championship, but in my opinion it won't be too far away if he stays with Rusev, because there will be success as this team begins to build some chemistry with one another, continues to grow. As Sheamus now introduced into this matchup. Well, as I said, Sheamus and Cesaro, what a team they are, and on paper, they're hard to stop, but you see them in the ring, you see them live and in person, and they are just as impressive as their stats will show, as their accomplishments will show. They back it up, and that's for sure. And DDT there. And as we said, the only thing they haven't really been able to accomplish is winning the big one. Cesaro had an opportunity for the WWE Championship a few months ago, back at, of course, TLC. Against Braun Strowman and AJ Styles, unsuccessful on that night, but he has certainly impressed us with his singles work over the last few months. But more importantly, himself and Sheamus have been tremendous as a team as well. Elbow there by Rusev, going to be picked up now as Can't quite connect there on Sheamus. As Sheamus slamming down Rusev right there. Much bigger man than Rusev in terms of size and weight. But Sheamus has the height advantage, and he used that really well there, picking up Rusev and dropping him straight back down. Cesaro back in, Aiden English watching on, trying to get himself involved here. Hasn't had much of an opportunity to get a tag just yet. And that's one of the beauties of the bar. They've been able to isolate their opponents very, very well. As an underhook, and going to pick him up. Oh, wow. Cesaro, look at the strength here. He is superhuman at times, showing us why. Slamming down Rusev, and it might not be Rusev's day right now because he is getting beaten down here. English wants the tag. He can't get it as the gut wrench. There's the power into the suplex. Cesaro's on fire. The bar are certainly setting the standard right now. Rusev got into a bit of a backstage altercation with Randy Orton recently on Smackdown. He stood up to Orton because he wanted to send a bit of a message to the tag team champions that he is the real deal and he's not to be messed with. As a tag, is it coming? Yes, it is. Aiden English will answer in. Much smaller man than Aiden English, but perhaps can use some of that speed and quickness to his advantage. As he's got Cesaro up right now. Cesaro countering into the reverse DDT. There's a knee drop there. So yeah, Rusev stood up to Randy Orton, got in his face backstage and connected with a super kick, laying out Randy Orton. So yeah, it's been pretty positive for Rusev. He's certainly shown his intent, showing that he's not backing down from a fight no matter who it is, even if it is Randy Orton, perhaps one of the top 10 greatest superstars in Universe Mode history. As English now driven into the corner, Sheamus watching on, and he will get the tag as well. Sheamus and Cesaro, and here comes the swing, the Cesaro swing. Sheamus will light him up and connect with a boot right to the face. And that is not good at all if you are Aiden English. He is in some trouble early on as Sheamus is trying to pump himself up here, and the head collides. That mohawk of Sheamus will connect. He might look a bit stupid, but his head is certainly not one that you want to collide with, that is for sure. Even if you don't agree with what's on the top of it. As now, English will pick up Sheamus. Nicely done. Connected with a suplex. Able to connect there, and Sheamus is hurting just a fraction there. English needs to continue this momentum and drives the knee into Sheamus. English, kicked away there, and Sheamus can try and continue the advantage here. The bar looking great so far, and Sheamus drops down there on Aiden English. Rusev might need to get a tag soon. That's been one of the key features about the bar so far. Frequent tags in and out, whereas Rusev Day have only made the one tag so far. And it's now looking for the suplex, and connecting there, modifies it at the last moment into more of a Falcon Arrow type of move. As now Aiden English will try and get Sheamus towards the corner. Can't connect though, as Sheamus able to counter, and now he'll drive English straight back into his own corner. And this is why the bar is so good, but English fighting through with a boot to the skull of Sheamus. Picks him up, no, can't connect. Aiden English trying to fight back, right hand. Here comes English from behind. He's got Sheamus down. Will this be enough to put him away? Here's Aiden English to win the match for Rusev Day. No, a kick out at 2. Well, Aiden English certainly putting up a fight here and showing us that, you know, he's not the lackey here in this tag team, and he is a threat to Sheamus and Cesaro. Full Nelson picks him up and spins him down, drives him head first into the mat. It might be Rusev Day now, but no, Cesaro. Well, I thought he broke it up. The referee didn't agree. Aiden English stayed on top of Sheamus, and the count continued, and Sheamus had the kick out on his own accord. And Aiden English, what's he going to do here? Undo the turnbuckle padding. Referee didn't see it. Meanwhile, Sheamus, thump to the eye to Rusev on the outside. I don't think Rusev's going to see much either. And now, Aiden English off the second, lands down there on Sheamus. That's going to hurt. And now Aiden English trying to drag the carcass of Sheamus to his corner. He can't do it though. He's using the ropes for leverage here. Referee's as blind as a bat, can't see it. And Sheamus able to kick out. And now English, he's trying every trick in the book tonight. Exposed turnbuckle padding. Feet on the ropes. Is he going to try a thump to the eye himself? Will he try a low blow? What's he going to do? He's doing everything he can to potentially win here tonight for Rusev Day. And the Bar still able to survive. Problem though for Aiden English, I think he's chosen the wrong corner to take the turnbuckle padding off as Sheamus looking for a trio of Irish curse backbreakers and finds it. In my opinion, if I'm Aiden English, I'm taking the turnbuckle padding off his own corner, because if Aiden English gets, thrown into his opposition corner, it's over, and it might be over anyways. Sheamus with the brogue kick. Rusev can't get there, and the brogue kick. Not many men can kick out of it. And there's another example. Aiden English up to his own dirty tactics and tricks, but it's not enough to beat Cesaro and Sheamus tonight as the brogue kick connects 1, 2, 3, and the Bar are going to WrestleMania. They will take on Randy Orton and Rhino for the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. What a team these two men are. They have been so impressive in a short space of time. Their rise to the top has been warranted. They continue to impress. And now the question is, can they become our next tag team champions right here on SmackDown at WrestleMania? Well, we now move ahead to the Intercontinental Championship matchup, where we will see Sami Zayn look to win his first singles championship here in the WWE. Well, we caught up with Sami Zayn on SmackDown and he said, look, I need this victory. I've had a great year, but I have had nothing to show for it. I need a win to get that first championship on the board to prove to everyone that I am a potential contender for that world title at some point. He wants to use the Intercontinental Championship as a stepping stone to get him back in contention for the big prize. Or can he accomplish it? He's got arguably the toughest Intercontinental Champion we've ever had in Universe Mode history to deal with. And that's Braun Strowman. It will not be easy whatsoever for Sami Zayn coming up against a man who's been nearly unstoppable ever since he won this championship. Well, the entire season of Universe Mode has been all about Braun Strowman in the Intercontinental Championship. No one else has held it other than a couple of, a little reign from Luke Harper in between. And Braun Strowman now a two-time champion, and doesn't even look likely, doesn't even look close to losing that title anytime soon. The only person who we saw as a genuine threat was perhaps Cesaro, considering the form that he was in, but he was unsuccessful. So now it's up to Sami Zayn, who's had a tremendous year. He was a finalist in the King of the Ring tournament and also featured quite heavily around the Survivor Series time for the WWE Championship, getting an opportunity there. So the title is on the line. The question is, though, can Sami Zayn find a way to beat the monster that is Braun Strowman? As we said, two-time champion Braun Strowman. He won that title all the way back at WrestleMania last season and has basically held it for the entire season of Universe Mode, which of course is our fourth season here. And it's a tremendous rise to the top for Braun Strowman, considering at one point he was that fourth guy in the Wyatt family, not really getting many opportunities, not really featuring heavy, not really the main guy in that group. But we did see Braun Strowman break through, break away from that stable, and become a true star on his own. And now Braun Strowman will look to try and go back to WrestleMania, this time as the champion. Can it be done? Can Braun Strowman make his dream come true? Sami Zayn stands in his way, though. And Sami Zayn, what a competitor he has been. And arguably one of those superstars that you just want to see win. You just want to see him get that big win and really achieve his dream and his goals, but just hasn't been able to quite do it yet. It's a tough start here as the clubbing Braun Strowman gets him in the face to start things off. It's not going to be easy for Sami Zayn. Obviously, the height advantage is a clear issue for Sami. He's going to have to really find a way to overcome that and maybe use his speed and quickness. But he has the technical ability. But Braun Strowman just has this power about him that it just can't be stopped. You know, it doesn't matter what you try to do to overcome it. At times, it is just too darn hard to overcome it. And Braun Strowman, let's not forget about that. He's got the athletic ability himself, and he can do some crazy things in his own right, which is quite spectacular to watch. And that's also, I think, one of the reasons why he's been so successful is simply because, yes, he's got the power, he's got the strength, and the size, he's got all that, but he can do that drop kick. He can even go off the top of the rope. He's got all these other, X-Factor maneuvers about him that you don't often see, you don't expect to see from him, and when you bring it out, it is a surprise, and it is a shock, and sometimes it's too much to overcome. Braun Strowman right now dealing with Sami Zayn, who's getting a bit of a roll on. That's one way to shut it down, though. Just come in and club your opponent right in the face. And Strowman needs to try and figure out what's his plan. What is his game plan here against Sami Zayn? And Zayn DDT. Braun Strowman is down, and Sami Zayn going to try and quicken the pace here. Going to the second rope, and he rolls through and lands right down on Braun Strowman and not letting up yet. He's still going, but Strowman with the head colliding into the jaw. Sami Zayn, what a right hand! Perhaps a clothesline. That's how much it impacted him. Oh my goodness, he just gave everything he had there. And Sami looks to be okay though. And now a DDT, fighting back himself. Wow, incredible. Incredible from Braun Strowman. He has just got some brute strength about him. But Sami Zayn not letting up, which is a credit to him as well. And he's still willing to go. And Sami Zayn now up to the top of the rope here. Braun Strowman is down. Sami Zayn can enjoy this moment of dominance. He's in control. Strowman, oh my goodness, there's the power by Strowman. Slamming down Sami Zayn. Not easy at all for Sami, but he is fighting with everything he has got. And he's trying his absolute best here. And Braun Strowman, unfortunately for Sami, he's just so big and so tough and powerful. It's not going to be easy whatsoever to contest him. Counter five now by the referee. Braun Strowman gets Sami Zayn into the ringside barricade, then back into the ring. Into the cover now. Braun Strowman hooks the leg. Zayn though quickly kicking out. And Braun Strowman, you have to wonder if he can get through Sami Zayn here tonight. Who the heck is going to beat him? That's the question. I guess Braun Strowman's been nearly unbeatable. There's not many guys that can match up to him. Not many guys that, can really, contest Braun Strowman. As Strowman picks up Zayn and spins him down. And that has been a move he has used throughout his career with a lot of success. Sami Zayn trying to fire himself up here. Trying to get himself going. Can he accomplish it? Zayn ducks underneath and now kicks Strowman away. Sami Zayn looking really good right now against Braun Strowman. Can he somehow perhaps find that haluva kick or maybe even the Koji clutch to try and tap Strowman out? But hang on, Strowman keeps reversing the tables here, and now Strowman's got him up. Going for the running power slam. Gets it. Zayn's close to the ropes and his boot just underneath the rope. And there is an issue there for Braun Strowman. Strowman sometimes doesn't make the smartest of decisions, doesn't think about the little things like that. Yes, he's out-muscling his opponent. He's just dominating him. Just launched him into the mat, but doesn't think about it. Zayn going for the Blue Thunderbomb, can't quite connect. So Sami Zayn gets a real reprieve in something that might save him in this match here. And that is a slight error by Strowman. It is a big moment in this match, but Strowman's got him up again. Here we go, a second one. And Zayn, his boots underneath the rope again. Sami Zayn gets another reprieve, but you can see he is really struggling now. Strowman DDT. Sami Zayn, what can he do? Sami Zayn is just getting beaten down here by the much bigger man. He's going to try and fight here. He's going to try and stay in it. And here's some fight from Zayn. Hurricane Rana takes down Braun Strowman. Can Sami continue to stay in this one? He's trying his best. Snapmare, the much bigger man. Braun Strowman taken down. Now Sami Zayn trying to slow things down. You don't often see that from him. Sami Zayn has the arm wrapped around the throat of Strowman, trying to pass him out here, or just trying to wear down the bigger man. Into the cover now. Will this be it? Another kick out at 2. But Sami Zayn taking two big running power slams, and he's been able to stay in this match. But for how much longer? That is the question. And Zayn lands down there on Strowman. He's trying his best. Trying his best here. And oh, a big knee right to the skull. Strowman looking to shut down the offense of Sami Zayn whenever he has a chance. Strowman and Zayn at a bit of a standstill right now. It's going to be who can take the next big move and apply it. That might just be able to come away with the victory. Uppercut there by Strowman. Tempted right hand. Zayn able to block that one. Hits one of his own. Sami Zayn trying to pick up the much bigger man. Not happening. Strowman with a right hand. A few of them connecting right on the face of Zayn. And Strowman now has him up and cuts up Sami Zayn. And that very well could be it. The running power slam hasn't been used too well here by Strowman tonight. He's going to try it again. And that one, oh, he's got him up again. What's Strowman thinking now? He's got Zayn up one more time. But Zayn's able to counter. Oh, that could be huge. Strowman, well, he hit the power slam. He did everything he had to do. But he didn't go for the cover. He tried to go for one more. And that could have really cost him there. I really believe he was going to win that match just then. Zayn still in it. And flips through on Strowman. Zayn still going. This could be a huge turning point. Strowman may have made a mistake that could cost him the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn, Blue Thunder Bomb. Oh my goodness. He's going to do it, isn't he? He's going to somehow turn this around and win it. Sami Zayn to beat the monster now. He just needs one more big move. He wants the haluva kick. Get Strowman in the corner. Oh, Strowman with the boot. Oh, that is a huge counter. I think Zayn was lining him up for it. And the counter could cost Sami Zayn. Braun Strowman now. Oh, he's got Zayn in this submission. Oh, Zayn's got nowhere to go. Zayn has passed out. Strowman picks up Zayn and just chokes him out. Well, I think he lost confidence in the power slam. So he went back to an old move that he hasn't used too often. And that is, of course, the big choke. He picks up his opponents. He grabs him in the midair and just chokes him out. And Zayn had nowhere to go. Manhandled by Strowman. And Braun almost made a colossal mistake that would have been so costly. And he was able to recover and able to retain the championship tonight. This man is on a roll. But the question really is, who's going to stop him? I don't really know. Braun Strowman continues to defend that title. Oh, wait a second. Strowman's music has ended. What's going on now? Oh my goodness. There's a good reason why the music has ended. Because Brock Lesnar is in the house. Lesnar makes his presence known, and we've been talking about who could take down Strowman, who could give him a challenge. Well, how about a former world champion here in Universe Mode? He's won the Universal title, he's won the WWE title, he's been dominant wherever he goes. Braun Strowman, though, will have a fight for him now, because Brock Lesnar is here, and we haven't seen too much of him as of late, and perhaps all this talk about Braun Strowman being unbeatable, unstoppable, I guess Lesnar is here to do something about it. Brock Lesnar, Strowman face to face. Lesnar gets a little bit closer. Strowman not backing down though. And oh, Lesnar's got him up. Lesnar has Strowman up. Here we go. F5 to Braun Strowman. Brock Lesnar lays out Braun Strowman. And we wanted to know who was going to be the man to step up to the monster among men. We've just met him. His name is Brock Lesnar, and he is coming to beat Braun Strowman. Time for our next matchup, and it's going to be for the Women's Championship. We're going to see a couple of newcomers here to the Women's Division, and of course, one of them is being Bayley. She gets herself an opportunity early on in her main roster career for the Women's Championship after winning a series of matches over the last number of weeks, getting herself in contention, and to be a part of the matchup, she had to beat Sasha Banks one-on-one, and she was successful in doing so, adding her to this match. Very exciting indeed to see Bayley in it. We'll see how she fares, having success down on NXT, being a women's champion down there. You'd have to expect her to have a chance to replicate that here on the main roster. I fully expect her to be able to do something like that. Well, we're going to see Sasha Banks as well in action, who did defeat Nia Jax one-on-one, so you might have to think that the only woman who might be able to beat Jax could be Sasha Banks in this matchup. Sasha Banks, former women's champion in her own right, but it's been some time since she's been the champion, so she would love to be champion once again here tonight. It's a big challenge for her. It's a big task. Will she be able to do it, especially in this fatal four-way condition? But we saw with The Miz in the United States Championship a few weeks ago, you don't necessarily have to pin the champion. You just have to pinpoint your opportunity, find the right moment in the match, and you can somehow pull off a victory and get yourself a win. So, and of course the championship. So Mickie James, the other woman in this matchup, recently made her return to the WWE at the Royal Rumble in a part of the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. She gets herself a chance here tonight to be part of this match as well, which is a terrific opportunity for her. And of course, the woman herself, Nia Jax, the current champion. She's dominant, she's devastating, and arguably unstoppable at times. Nia Jax is going to be very, very tough to beat here tonight. But as we said, Sasha has beaten her, she's pinned her, so you have to think there's a chance that Nia Jax could be beaten in this one. So we'll have to wait and see how she fares, how the confidence is. Obviously being a fatal four-way, she has to watch her back at all times. And not only that, she has to worry about 3 different women at the same time. And that can be quite difficult to manage. So it's all about match management in this one for Nia Jax. She needs to make sure that she is aware of where everybody is at the one time. And in my opinion, if I'm Nia Jax, I want to stay in the ring at all times. I do not want to leave that ring, because if you leave the ring, it opens up an opportunity for someone else to take advantage and get a pinfall or a submission whilst you're outside. So this match is on the way. Fatal four-way match for the Women's Championship, with the winning woman going on to WrestleMania to take on our Women's Royal Rumble winner in Alexa Bliss. What a match that will be. Alexa Bliss, an opportunity for the championship against whoever is the champion right here tonight. If I'm Alexa Bliss, I probably don't want Nia Jax to win, that's for sure, being a huge size disadvantage. And I perhaps don't want Sasha Banks to win because of the fact that she has beaten Nia Jax, and arguably she is the most successful woman in this matchup outside of Nia Jax currently. So certainly Sasha Banks will be a huge threat for Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania. And of course, Bayley and Mickie James, a bit of a wild card here. We haven't seen Mickie James before here in Universe Mode up until now, so we haven't really had too much data to really analyze. She hasn't had that many matches yet to really see where she's currently at, but she's already looked quite impressive in her, return here to the WWE in her first stint here in Universe Mode. And Bayley, as we said, success down in NXT. It took her a long time here to get to the main roster, so you have to think that she is fired up and ready to go here and is looking to make the most of her opportunity now on the main roster. Jax and Sasha Banks going at it right now in the middle of the ring, with Nia Jax with a spinebuster suplex there by Mickie on Bayley as well to follow it up. This is interesting right now, as we're going to see Bayley coming after Mickie James a little bit more with a DDT. Jax watching over Mickie James right now, wondering if she's going to attack her or remain where she's at now. And she'll come after Mickie, who's able to take advantage. Sasha's back in the ring now, coming after Nia Jax, and a head scissor takedown there. Down goes Jax, down goes James to the outside of the ring as well. Meanwhile, Sasha Banks Up on the second rope. Here she comes with a big time splash. Lands down on Nia Jax. Will this be it? The cover. A kick out at 2. Mickie and Bayley realizing, and they get themselves in this ring now to try and stop potentially Sasha from winning this one, as Bayley hits a fantastic German suplex there on Mickie James. As a DDT to follow it up. Bayley's looking pretty good here. Mickie James might need a different matchup because right now Bayley is getting the better of her. That is 100% for sure. And I think Nia Jax needs to steer clear of Sasha Banks, knowing that she's lost to Sasha Banks in the past. She won't want to lose to her again here tonight, as Sasha shot to the midsection and going for that neck breaker. That neck breaker is deadly. We've seen her use it many times before to win so many big matchups. As, oh, Bayley takes down Nia. She was trying to deal with Mickie James. Forget about her. As Bayley now heads to the top of the rope. Nia Jax is down, and Mickie might just let her. No. I thought Mickie James was going to let her deal with Nia, but instead Bayley misses. Jackson to the sidewalk slam, and Bayley's to the outside. Sasha potentially coming in a moment's time. There she is, as Nia Jax has Mickie James in the ring all alone up until Sasha Banks comes back in now. Sasha straight away back after Nia Jax. And oh, Mickie James, fantastic sliding kick there. Right there on Nia Jax. And that was going to be, well, Sasha Banks, I think that was her plan. And Sasha not happy that Mickie James took away her opportunity. And Sasha coming after Mickie James rather. And Bayley coming after Nia Jax. So finally an opportunity to switch opponents here. It's always been Sasha and Nia and Bayley and Mickie. And now we have a bit of a role reversal here as Nia Jax the clothesline on Bayley. This will be interesting now. We'll see how this combination fares. As now Nia trying to put Bayley away, but both Mickie James and Sasha Banks get themselves in the ring to make sure that is shut down quickly. As now, oh look out! A Bayley to belly! Bayley to do it! No! Nia had her hand underneath the rope and was able to stay in it. Bayley now on the second, tried to drop the elbow. Missed out though as Nia is able to evade it. Sasha and Nia Jax wanted a piece of Bayley. Now Nia has Bayley up. This is not good, Bayley. Slams her down right in front of her. What a big time slam, and that's the power on display there of Nia Jax picking her opponent up with ease. Now Mickie James and Nia Jax going at it. Meanwhile, it is Alexa Bliss watching backstage, wondering who she wants to face at WrestleMania. No idea there who she's supporting, but there's a Samoan drop there by Nia Jax on Mickie James. This very well could be it, but Bayley straight away, she's there to shut it down. This time Sasha's trying to pin Mickie James, being a little bit sneaky there. She can't take advantage either. And this is close right now. It's hard to really split who's going to win this thing. As Bayley gets Sasha over the top. She hangs on though. Attempted right hand. Misses out though. Sasha back in the ring. Sasha shot to the midsection. Here comes Sasha Banks looking for that neck breaker. Bayley's down. Mickie James with a Mick DDT. Will this be it for Mickie? She's going to pin Nia. Sasha's not going to break it up. Oh, jeez, that was close. Mickie was almost going to WrestleMania. Sasha making a big mistake, in my opinion, not trying to stop that pinfall from taking place. She's risking it and put all her eggs in one basket there, risking it all and praying that Nia Jax was good enough to kick out. And of course, she was. Bayley on the second, thought about it, decided against it. Jax takes down Sasha. Bayley's trying to take down Mickie James. Nia Jax is coming out to Bayley now. In the corner is Bayley. Nia Jax gets struck there. And now Bayley into the corner. Mickie James will flip. Oh, she lands on her feet. What a brilliant counter there by Bayley, able to land on her feet and stay in this one. Nia Jax with a snapmare and continues to work away on Bayley. Sasha's down. Mickie James is hurt. Bayley's still fighting. Bayley gets Nia in the corner. What can Bayley produce now? Bayley. Oh, she's not going to be able to do this, surely. Bayley's going to pick her up and slam her into the corner. What strength by Bayley. And I think she gave every ounce of energy she had behind that. And now the back suplex by Mickie. Jax is down. Banks is down. And both women are heading to the turnbuckles to jump here. Mickie misses. Bayley off the top now. She's lining up. Jax. Oh, a harsh landing there. Sasha wanted Nia Jax. Instead, she changes direction. Goes to Bayley. And Jax, that may have cost Sasha there. Did she pick the wrong woman? And Nia coming after Sasha. And oh no! Backstabber, back statement. But her boot was on the rope. The size of Jax coming into play, saving her just then. Bayley's trying to get up. Mickie trying to fight through. Shoulders down. Referee's a bit slow in position. Bayley gets there to break it up quickly. And now, Mickie James, look out. Oh, gets countered, does she? No, she hits the Bulldog. And Bayley on the top. Can she finally hit that elbow she's been looking for? She does. 2 for 1. She hits Mickie James. She hits Sasha Banks. This could be it. Bayley to win the women's title. Oh, so close. Bayley nearly getting it done. Sasha just hanging on. Maybe she should have tried to pin Mickie James, who caught more force behind the elbow than Sasha Banks, arguably. Nia Jax is going to try. Nearly beats her as well. Such a close match right now, and it's really any woman's match to win here. Mickie's hurting. Bayley's hurting. It's just going to be who can hit the big move and find the time to get the 3 count in. Nia's got a hold of Mickie James, trying to stay alive. And you notice that Nia Jax has stayed in the ring for majority of this match, and that's what we said earlier on had to be the game plan for Nia Jax to make sure that she managed this matchup on her own terms. Now Sasha Banks, oh no, here we go, gonna line her up. There's that neck breaker. Oh no, the shoulder's really down. Brilliant cover. The shoulders, they're down. Sasha gets it. Oh, Sasha Banks wins the Women's Championship. I gotta say, I'm surprised. But that is the brilliant, a perfect cover. That's exactly what she needed. The pressure on Nia Jax. The weight of her own body on her shoulders there. And she just didn't have the power in the legs anymore to kick out. Sasha Banks takes advantage of a fantastic opportunity. Hits that neck breaker. And she is able to win the Women's Championship, which means Sasha Banks is going to WrestleMania. Sasha Banks will meet Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania, but the question is, will Nia Jax be joining them? Sasha and Alexa at WrestleMania. What a match here tonight. What a victory by Sasha. Well, championships are changing hands here tonight. Will we see another title change when Roman Reigns takes on AJ Styles for the WWE Championship? And that is coming up next. Reigns versus Styles, a rematch from the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Well, we'll take you back to the Royal Rumble where Roman Reigns hit the spear on AJ Styles earlier on in the matchup. It was back and forth throughout the entire match. Reigns and Styles trading back and forth, big move after big move. Styles came so close on occasions to winning, but it was the spear by Roman Reigns. It was too good for AJ Styles to handle. Reigns with that spear right there, he would drag AJ Styles into the middle of the ring, and from there was able to find the 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns would win the WWE title, and now he looks to defend it at the Elimination Chamber to try and remain champion and make it to another WrestleMania. Well, here comes the former champion. Here comes AJ Styles. He truly is phenomenal, and arguably Season 4 has been his season here on Universe Mode. Perhaps a candidate for Superstar of the Season, and AJ Styles has been brilliant. He won the WWE Championship back at SummerSlam after he won the King of the Ring tournament to make it to SummerSlam. He would hold the title up until the Royal Rumble, where of course we saw Roman Reigns win that championship. AJ Styles would love to enter in another WrestleMania, but this time as champion. Last year he entered in as the Royal Rumble winner, challenging Finn Balor for the championship. He failed on that occasion. Here this time AJ Styles enter in as the champion. Well, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view has been an event that Roman Reigns has had some success in. All the way back in season number 1 of Universe Mode, Roman Reigns would win the Tag Team Championships with Seth Rollins on that night. They would defeat the Primetime Players. Season number 2, Roman Reigns would win his first ever WWE Championship when he won the Elimination Chamber match. Last year, though, he was involved in the Elimination Chamber match and he was unsuccessful. So 2 out of 3 wins for Roman Reigns at the Chamber, including 2 championship victories, one being that championship around his waist right now. 2-time world champion Roman Reigns defends the championship here tonight against AJ Styles. He won it at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Reigns does not want to give it up. Last time he was WWE champion, he held it for 1 month. Roman Reigns has currently held the WWE Championship in his second reign for 1 month. Can Reigns survive and make it his longest reign as world champion? Can Reigns survive and have the title reign that he has been craving and begging to have in the last 4 seasons of Universe Mode? What a big occasion this is. AJ Styles, truly phenomenal. Roman Reigns is the big dog. This has been his yard. If AJ Styles isn't Superstar of the Year, this man could be it. He's had his battles. He's been dealing with management who's been keeping him down, not allowing him to get championship opportunities when he, in his mind, has deserved them. He's overcome that management. He's overcome the authority to get himself a title shot, and he has made the most of it when he has gotten one. He's now the champion. He heads into this event as the champion. Can he head into WrestleMania for the second time in his Universe Mode career as the WWE Champion? Reigns versus Styles, the rematch from the Rumble. Let's get it on. Biggest stars in the ring at one time, competing for the WWE Championship. AJ Styles has the early advantage. The crowd showing their displeasure for Roman Reigns early on. And we'll see how Roman Reigns reacts to a hostile situation, as now Styles trying to wrestle the upper hand here early on. And AJ Styles has had a tremendous run, but runs and reigns, they come to an end. And the question is, how do you recover? How do you rebound after a big loss? With all this momentum that Styles has had, he's been beating opponent after opponent. You know, he's beaten the likes of Chris Jericho, Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, Cesaro, Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor. He's had some tremendous victories, but the one guy who's always been waiting for that title shot was always Roman Reigns. And when he got it, he won the big one. So you have to wonder, does AJ Styles truly believe he was worthy of being the champion? Despite the fact that, you know, Roman Reigns did beat him. So if Reigns had got that opportunity all the way back at SummerSlam like he wanted, would Roman Reigns still be champion? Would he have won on that night? Would it be Roman Reigns in the driver's seat right now? As a nice combination of moves there by Roman Reigns, including that clothesline, getting Styles down. An early advantage here by Roman Reigns. He's going to pick up AJ. Tempted powerbomb, gets hit there with the DDT instead. Certainly have to wonder about AJ Styles and his confidence, but there's no doubt about it. He's been terrific. He has earned everything that he's had. He's beaten everyone in his way. Yes, Reigns got the better of him at the Royal Rumble, but the question is, can Reigns back it up? Was it one of those nights where he just gave everything he had and was the better man on that occasion? Can he be the better man again here tonight? The winner awaiting this matchup will potentially be Finn Balor. We'll find out tonight if he's going to challenge for the Raw's Universal Championship or SmackDown's WWE Championship. That decision will be made tonight. Potentially making a triple threat over on Raw or a singles match here on SmackDown. And if we don't see that match, potentially it could be a rematch between these two. Maybe the third and final encounter could take place at WrestleMania, or someone else could step up instead. As right now, Styles is heading to the top of the rope here. Opportunity for AJ Styles. He's got Roman Reigns down, but would rather him get to his feet. Waits for Reigns to get up. Styles is going to connect with an elbow right on the head of Roman Reigns. Well, that'll do it. That'll help. as he's got Reigns up again. Styles not letting up here. Continues the offense. Got Reigns up on the ropes there, and down goes Roman Reigns. Styles in definite control right now, but Reigns with a shoulder block puts the pressure back on AJ. Reigns over the top, hangs on, and AJ with a left hand. AJ Styles, this is not good at all for Roman Reigns. Here comes AJ, and just slams him right back down on the hardest part of the ring, the apron on the near the outside, and that's where the corner is. And of course, you know, that's where issues will happen. When you land there, you're going to have a lot of worries and a lot of concerns to deal with. Reigns seems to be okay though. Reigns a bit of padding, that vest on, of course, that'll help soften the blow just a little bit. No softening there for AJ Styles as he gets slammed in the ringside barricade. Reigns now heading to the top. Is he going to go for it? Reigns! An elbow right on the back and the neck of AJ Styles. Well, the weight of Roman Reigns landing right on the back, AJ Styles could have some spinal issues from that. That could really, really hurt AJ here. That's a severe issue for AJ if he can't sort it out. In the ringside barricade again. The count is continuing to grow. Neckbreaker there by AJ. He's got to get Reigns back in the ring. If he wants to win this championship, he can't win it via countout. And he realizes that and gets Roman back inside. And here we go, AJ trying to wear down the legs of Reigns, perhaps setting up for that calf crusher. And now he's got a submission on here, and it's a bit of like a last chancer, if you will, by AJ Styles. And Reigns able to fight through it though, outpowering AJ. That's the one clear advantage Reigns does have. That is the power and strength. He does outmuscle AJ Styles here. AJ though, technically and quickness-wise, certainly has the upper hand. Styles now into the cover. Will this be here for Roman Reigns? Pressure applied to the head of Reigns, and no. Styles just wondering what he needs to do next. What's his next big move? What's his next plan here? He's got Reigns in a good position to capitalize here. Reigns though up and down with a DDT. Nice reversal there by the champion. Roman Reigns looking very good when he has the upper hand, but his defense a little bit questionable at the moment. He found the counter on that occasion, but Styles has been able to get a lot of offense in at times. Styles now has a hold of Reigns, and now AJ trying to fight, but Reigns, there's some defense! Back into the offense there. Superman punch, down goes AJ. Roman Reigns looking good now. Reigns with a real chance to strike here and pounce on a great opportunity. Oh no, look out! There's the spear by Reigns! Will this be it? Reigns to beat Styles! No, the shoulder gets up, and the crowd can rest easy knowing that AJ Styles remains in this contest. But how much did that take out of him? And I question Reigns there. No real momentum behind the spear. Yes, he struck him with it, but not as much power and force behind it as you normally see from Roman Reigns. That's why I believe he's got to get to the corner. He's got to get a bit of a wind-up. He's got to really pounce and strike instead of just trying to gain a couple of steps and go for the spear. Oh, now AJ Styles now. He's looking to fire back with his best shot. AJ now into the Styles clash. Does not straight away go into the cover. Instead, realizing Reigns is close to the ropes. Instead, rolls over Reigns. This is better from Styles. Will this be it? New champ! Oh! New champion, not yet. A kick out at 2. Roman Reigns stays in it. And Styles needs to do a little bit more. Great encounter right there. Great battle right now. It's close. Right now, both men giving it their all. The spear, the Styles clash, a Superman punch a little bit earlier on as well. They're giving it their all. Reigns trying to fire himself up here. There's a mistake. Styles straight away to the cover, but Reigns finds the ropes. Lucky ring position there for Roman Reigns as he almost got caught out there. Picks up Styles though and just drills him into the mat. Roman Reigns clothesline. Here comes a bit of a comeback from Roman Reigns. Here he comes. There's another big clothesline. That one a bit more force behind it, keeping AJ Styles down. Roman Reigns now has AJ up. He's going to go for this crucifix bomb. There it is. Terrific powerbomb by Roman Reigns. Can he take advantage though? He's got AJ Styles hurting. Styles, counter, and sweeps the leg of Reigns. Connects headfirst on the way down. Styles back body dropped. Roman Reigns not giving up his position right now in this match, realizing he's in control. He needs to make sure that he remains in control. Don't let Roman Reigns back into it. He's got to do his best here. He's going to find every last ounce of energy he's got and stay in this match. Stay in control, and this is more like it. Setting up for the spear. Here it comes. No! AJ with the counter. Styles countering the spear. Maybe looking for a Styles clash of his own. Trying to fire back with a big move. AJ Styles is going to go for it. AJ Styles. Here comes the Styles clash. Gets it. Will this be enough to win the championship? Reigns is close to the ropes. Not close enough. Reigns must kick out. And he will. The championship on the line. Reigns realizing his title was fading. It was slipping out of his hands. And he's able to dig deep and kick out. How much more has Roman Reigns got left in the tag? DDT. Styles springs off the ropes with a moonsault. And now he's taken down again. Reigns, as soon as he's in trouble, finds a way to overcome it. Finds a way to stay in it. And finds a way to remain in control. He's got AJ up though, but AJ takes him down. The last time we saw these two men meet, the Styles Clash, AJ just struggled to find it. This time he's found it, but Reigns has been able to kick out of it on 2 occasions. So Roman Reigns proving that perhaps the Styles Clash is still not enough to beat him. Reigns realizing this is his dream. He wants to go to WrestleMania. Last time he was champion at WrestleMania, he lost the title in a triple threat match against Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in your WrestleMania main event of Season 2 of Universe Mode. 2 seasons later, he potentially finds himself with an opportunity to head into WrestleMania as champion again. But will he lose the title on this occasion? Reigns now. A drive AJ into the corner. Roman Reigns has a hold of Styles. And AJ Styles with an elbow. Here comes Styles! Hurricane Rana. This is good from AJ. He's got Roman Reigns up again. The knee into the back of his head. A real chance now for AJ Styles to capitalize. AJ doing his best to stay in this match. And he needs to find another Styles Clash. If he can find it, it might be the victory that he needs. Here's the cover. Will this be it? Again, a kick out. Reigns needs just to slow the pace of this match down. Get things back in control for himself because AJ's putting up a fight. AJ working away on the leg there of Reigns. Perhaps thinking about that calf crusher. Realizing that, yes, the Styles Clash is effective, but has not been good enough to put him away yet. Maybe he's thinking calf crusher now. Maybe he's going to go back to the Styles Clash. What's he going to do? Nothing, because Reigns able to counter. Reigns now countering. And oh, the spear by Roman Reigns. Out of nowhere, the spear by Reigns. And count to 3, it's over. Roman Reigns finds the spear. He countered the potential Styles Clash. Hit the spear. And got the 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is going to WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. And now you have to think AJ Styles' WrestleMania hopes are gone. Roman Reigns still WWE Champion. What a tough victory from him here tonight. As the lights have gone out. What's going on? Oh my. Here we go. The man who won the Royal Rumble is about to make his presence known. I think we have an answer from Finn Balor. Here he comes. the #1 contender for the WWE Championship or Universal Championship, is here. Well, I think we may have an answer for which title it will be. It seems as though the championship will be the WWE title. We expected it. Finn Balor's got himself involved in the Styles and Reigns situation over the last month since returning. And Finn Balor might be about to go face to face with the big dog once again. Roman Reigns defeating AJ Styles. It could have been Styles versus Balor for the 3rd time. They're one apiece. It could have been the ending of a terrific trilogy. But it seems as though Roman Reigns and Finn Balor will go one-on-one at WrestleMania. The jacket is off. Here is Finn Balor approaching Reigns, who wants nothing to do with him again. Roman Reigns walking away. We've seen this before when these two men have clashed. We figured that because Roman Reigns was not facing Finn Balor at the Chamber, he wasn't interested. Now he potentially will be facing Balor at WrestleMania, and he still remains uninterested. Terrific victory tonight by Roman Reigns. But that man, Finn Balor, is coming for the WWE Championship. These two men getting in each other's face. What a match tonight between Reigns and Styles. But Roman Reigns stands tall as your champion. Finn Balor has announced that he is coming for the WWE Championship. And Roman Reigns wants absolutely nothing to do with him here tonight as he taunts away, getting in the crowd's face, just letting everybody know that he won tonight and he will be going to WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. Well, we now shift the focus into our tag team division, where we will see Gallows and Anderson, the former tag team champions, here once again, trying to get themselves a spot at WrestleMania for the tag team championships against the Hardy Boys. This is the match we'll see here tonight. It will be Gallows and Anderson, the club, taking on the Revival. The winning team will become the #1 contenders, and as I said, will take on the Hardy Boys at WrestleMania. It's going to be a big matchup here tonight, no doubt about that, because Gallows and Anderson, they feel as though they were robbed. They feel as though they already have earned the right to be the #1 contenders. They shouldn't have to be in this match, so they feel as though that, there's a bit of a conspiracy out against them because, they've been tag team champions for so long, so dominant that the Raw general manager Christian is trying to find other teams to replace them, so they're not exactly thrilled with what's been going on. Here comes the Revival. They are an emerging young team themselves, former tag champs in NXT. They've had some success, but they find themselves in a situation here with the potential to go to WrestleMania as the #1 contenders to take on the Hardy Boys, who recently won the tag titles at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. So it's an interesting equation for them. It's a huge match for them. Can they make the most of it? That is the question. You don't get these opportunities too often, and when you do, you've got to come out and make sure that you take it with both hands. You've got to win. It's simple as that. The Revival, they're pretty fired up tonight, and they should be. This is a great chance. They have to beat, arguably, the team of the season in Gallows and Anderson. And I wouldn't even argue it. I would say they are. They beat everybody there is to beat, including the Smackdown Tag Champs, KO. They've done it all. But one last mishap recently at the Royal Rumble has put their WrestleMania hopes in jeopardy. They must defeat the Revival tonight to make it there. The Revival could have their chance to get their biggest win of their careers at WrestleMania. Win the tag titles at WrestleMania, what a dream that would be. One team will be there, one team will take on the Hardys. Who will it be? That's the question. Scott Dawson in there right now with Luke Gallows. Gallows, the much bigger man, with a DDT connecting. Dash Wilder on the outside watching on as well, as is Carl Anderson. As Carl Anderson will get the tag, Gallows will sit out for a bit. I've loved the tag team work of Gallows and Anderson throughout the entire season. They won the tag team titles last year at WrestleMania, last season at WrestleMania, as a real running powerbomb there by Anderson. And they wanted to be the first team to hold it for 12 months. They wanted to go for a full year, just like the former leader of the club, Finn Balor, just like he did. with the WWE Championship. They wanted to do it, but they fell just short when the Hardy Boys beat them at the Rumble, so they would love to win those titles back at WrestleMania and make WrestleMania truly a special place for themselves. But won't be easy, that's for sure. It will not be easy. The Revival will be very tough to beat. And not only that, the Hardy Boys, what a rivalry those two teams have had. A rivalry that's been going on for months and months and months. And it finally culminated at the Royal Rumble, which, with the potential for a rematch at WrestleMania, there's a lot on the line right now at the moment. As here comes a potential suplex. Instead, drives the knee into the shoulder. I don't mind that from Carl Anderson, as he continues to pressure as well. Anderson will get dashed over the counter with a knee into the midsection, and a shot there to take down Anderson. Nicely executed there by Dash Wilder, as the Revival are looking for an opportunity just to send a message to the entire division that they are potentially the next big team here on Raw. They've had some chances, they've looked good in little periods, but perhaps this most recent period has been their best. They've had to deal with the New Day and the Usos, teams like those, recently to get in this position. They've been able to successfully do that, and now find themselves within one match of going on to WrestleMania to challenge the tag champions. Can they do it? As right now, Anderson wrenching the body of Dash Wilder back. Unsuccessful there, as he'll be driven into the corner. Gallows wanted to tag, won't get it, as Anderson struck down with a big-time right hand by Dash Wilder. Anderson trying to get to the corner as well, but Dash shutting that down quickly, realizing what he was trying to do. Now drives him into the corner again. Dash Wilder coming over his tag partner, Scott Dawson. Here comes the potential tag team work. Dawson off the second, and will drive the boot right there on Anderson. They are a throwback, and they are showing that right there. It's a bit of an old school move, working quite well, but he didn't stay on him, and allows the tag to be made. Gallows is in. Big clothesline there by Luke Gallows. And there's another one. And a big boot. Gallows wanted one more move, couldn't quite find it. And he takes down, Luke Gallows does, Scott Dawson. One momentary lapse of concentration has cost Scott Dawson so much, but he seems to have recovered now. On the second, drops down there on Gallows. Well, still to come, our main event. It is the Raw Elimination Chamber match, with the winner going on to WrestleMania to take on Seth Rollins. We now know that is official, with AJ Styles out of title contention. Finn Balor comes in. He'll take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That match is all but confirmed now, so we need to find out who's going to take on Rollins at WrestleMania, and we will inside the Elimination Chamber. That is to come next. Meanwhile, this tag match continues. It's a fierce battle between two of the best teams right here on Raw, going at it, desperately trying to get a win, knowing what's at stake, knowing what's on the line. They need this win so bad if they want to get to WrestleMania. And Gallows and Anderson have had success at WrestleMania, so it's going to be a huge opportunity for them, because they know they can win at the big stage. They don't get nervous by the bright lights, the big crowd. That doesn't worry them. They know that they can do it. They know that they can win. So it's going to feel at home for Gallows and Anderson. They just have to find a way to get there. Meanwhile, has dashed by the throat, went for a choke slam, but he grabbed the arm on the way down and pulls down Gallows and takes him off his feet. That's a brilliant counter to what would have been a devastating move for Dash Wilder. Here's the tag now. And here we go. This is trouble. Shatter Machine. The Revival to win here. Dash is trying to deal with Carl Anderson, but Anderson hits the ref. Well, I don't agree with that. Well, that's one way to stop the count. Hit the referee. Well, most of the time the referee does deserve it, but I don't think on that occasion he did. The ref is hurt. And he is down. Luke Gallows stomping away on Dash Wilder, Carl Anderson. And he's here there just to check on the ref. I think he's there to just try and make sure the referee doesn't disqualify him. And I don't blame the referee if he would. He's not happy, that's for sure. And can you blame the ref? I mean, you get hit inadvertently or deliberately, whatever it was, you've got to be pretty annoyed about it. You're not there to get hit, you're there to count to 3. The referee may have counted to 3, if he had a chance, but Carl Anderson got in the way. Now it's up to Scott Dawson to get the job done here. Not sure where Dash Wilder is right now, but what we do know is he's not in the apron. He's not available to tag. Meanwhile, Gallows is trying to get a tag, trying to get to Anderson. And Scott Dawson will shut that down, trying to take out the arm there. That's one way to stop a tag. Beat up the arm and make sure he can't extend it without pain coming through his body. And there's the tag. Uses the other arm to tag. And Carl Anderson says, you know what, I've had enough. Let's end this. It's over. Let's get rid of Scott Dawson. Let's get to WrestleMania. Dawson, though, not allowing him to do so. Here he comes in the corner. And here we go again. We're about to see it. Another Shatter Machine. The Revival may be winning this time. Dawson's trying to deal with Luke Gallows, but Anderson gets the shoulders up. He's a bit fresher, and that may have cost the Revival. Had to do it to Gallows, I thought. Gallows is hurting. They just chose the wrong man to attack. And it's hurt them and hurt their chances. Anderson now. Here we go. Look out, a bit of a boot of doom. Right to the face. Will that be it here? Anderson gets him up. Dash Wilder's hurt. Dash is trying to stay in it. Anderson with a boot. Gets back in the ring now. And Anderson leaps up and hits that cutter. Will that be it? No. Scott Dawson interferes. And Anderson wants to end this one. The machine gun comes out. And Carl Anderson might be looking to put his opponent away. Well, there you go. He's removed the correct turnbuckle padding. Like what we saw earlier on. He's hit the right turnbuckle padding to target. That's where he's going to more often than not put his opponent. That's the corner. And that's what a turnbuckle you want to use, not your own corner. And it's now Anderson on the second. Double axe in the back of his head. Dash is hurting. Anderson with a chance to strike. He's going to head over to the ropes now. Maybe utilize them and cheat his way to victory. Referee doesn't see it. Foot on the rope. Won't matter. Scott Dawson a bit late there. Striking away is Dash. Dash trying to stay in it. Uppercut there by Anderson. More rights there by Dash Wilder. Back and forth exchanges between the two. Near the midsection. Dash has still got a hold of him. Another knee. And Dash, will he go for one more? Hits the leg sweep instead. Dash Wilder looking good. I thought he needed a tag, but at the moment, he's in control. But there's a counter there by Anderson. Carl Anderson, right hand. Anderson might need a tag himself. Brilliant stuff between these two. They're going back and forth here. Neither man can gain up the upper hand. Anderson connects with a suplex. And Dawson able to get the tag. Dash is out of here. And there's a neck breaker. And any momentum Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson just had was shut down immediately because that is a brilliant neck breaker by Carl Anderson. Straight away Dawson on the back foot. Drop kick there. There's another one. He's trying to get going here. There's three in a row. No, swatted away. Great counter there. And oh, a cutter! Where did that come from? Carl Anderson with a cutter. And he gets the job done. Well, he's been watching the tag team champions over on Smackdown. Randy Orton uses that move to perfection. Carl Anderson says, you know what, let's try it myself. Didn't quite work earlier on. Tries it for the second time. And a huge move out of nowhere. Connecting and takes down Scott Dawson and the Revival. That means Gallows and Anderson are going to WrestleMania to take on the Hardy Boys for the Raw Tag Team titles in the rematch that they believe they should have never had to earn, that they should have just been given to them from the get-go. But it will take place at WrestleMania rather than tonight. They've got an extra month to get themselves prepared. Can they find a way to beat the Hardy Boys? The one team that's been able to stop them. They've got 4 weeks to figure it all out. We are backstage here. We've got Kevin Owens with us. Kevin, you've had a few losses as of late. How do you feel coming into this Elimination Chamber match? Are you confident that you can win here tonight? Last year at the Elimination Chamber, I made my big return to take on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, where I won the Universal Championship from Lesnar. The year before, I won the Elimination Chamber match to become the #1 contender to win the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. 2 years in a row, WrestleMania has been my night. But this year, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Tonight, I have to win another Elimination Chamber match to get into the main event of WrestleMania for the Universal Championship for the 3rd year in a row. I'll be honest, it has not been my year. Goldberg, ever since he beat me, my career has been going down and down and down, and I don't know what my future is. Tonight, I need this win. If I don't win, my WrestleMania dream is over. I'm not going to make it to WrestleMania because no one else is available to take on. I can't get a title shot. I just can't get anything. I can't get a way in. So I have to figure it out. What am I going to do? What's my backup plan if I don't win tonight? Because tonight, for me, it is all or nothing. And I'm going to make sure that I leave everything I've got in the middle of that ring because I need this win. I need to get back to WrestleMania. A truly desperate Kevin Owens wants to make it 3 years in a row where he wins the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. Will he be the man to make it there? Well, he must go through many others here tonight, including The Undertaker. A man who has not lost at WrestleMania here in Universe Mode. Last year, retiring Daniel Bryan at the big event. The dead man has had only a handful of matches in this season of Universe Mode, but every time he has appeared, he has made a huge impact. The Undertaker helped dethrone Goldberg as the Universal Champion when he beat him at Backlash and caused his title reign to end by helping Team Raw defeat the NWO at Survivor Series. Truly a special season for The Undertaker. Every appearance he has made has been amazing. The Undertaker is here tonight to make it another special match for him at WrestleMania. But he must go through 5 other men, including the glorious Bobby Roode. Well, ever since arriving to the main roster, Bobby Roode has had to deal with issues in NXT. It's only been the last month or so where Bobby Roode has truly been able to look past NXT and focus on Monday Night Raw. And Roode would like to put all his focus tonight in the Elimination Chamber and book his place in the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania. Bobby Roode successfully qualified for this match, as did Kevin Owens and Shinsuke Nakamura. Whereas on the other hand, The Undertaker, John Cena, and Samoa Joe were all handed an opportunity, were all awarded an opportunity in this match due to their impressive performances over the last number of months and their involvement in helping Team Raw defeat the NWO. So that was one of their rewards. They've been given this spot in that match, whereas Roode had to earn it, which means Roode has got a big win under his belt heading into tonight's match. He's looked great. He lost the NXT Championship in NXT to Drew McIntyre. So it's been a tough couple of months for Roode, but he's looking to rebound. He's looking to win this match and make it to WrestleMania and to challenge Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. And here's the man that we just saw a moment ago. A desperate superstar. A man who wants to make it 3 years in a row that he has been involved in the Universal Championship match. His name is Kevin Owens. Arguably the greatest superstar in Universe Mode history. 2-time Universal Champion Kevin Owens. Can he make it 3? Back in season number 2 of Universe Mode, he defeated CM Punk at WrestleMania to become Universal Champion. In season number 3, he defeated Brock Lesnar to become Universal Champion. In season 4, will he defeat Seth Rollins to become Universal Champion? He just said before he's desperate. This match means everything to him, and he must win to keep his WrestleMania dreams alive. If not, he has no idea what the future holds for him. Well, here comes a man who has to be one of the favorites, Samoa Joe. A man on a mission. He is on a warpath of destruction. He's been going through Seth Rollins and John Cena as of late, doing everything he can to destroy those two. Now he must focus on John Cena and 4 other superstars in this match tonight. Luckily for Samoa Joe, he is one of the 4 superstars that will be locked inside those pods. 4 pods are available. 2 men will start the match. And now we know who those 2 men will be. One of them is a former 3-time world champion here in Universe Mode. He is John Cena. John Cena involved heavily in the championship hunt, including a match against Seth Rollins recently at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. John Cena took on Rollins, was unsuccessful on that night, but Cena looks determined. He looks to be back to his best and looks ready to pounce tonight and wants to win this Elimination Chamber to book his place at WrestleMania. Well, it will not be easy for John Cena tonight. Arguably, the Elimination Chamber is perhaps the toughest match in Universe Mode to win, because you've got to go through 5 others. And Cena stops, surveys the chamber before making his entrance into the demonic structure. And here comes the final man in this match, which means John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura will start. Here comes the man from Japan. He is the artist. He's the king of strong style. He is Shinsuke Nakamura. Multiple-time United States champion, looking to capture his first world championship here in Universe Mode. Will it happen at WrestleMania? Will he beat Seth Rollins for that championship? And just like every other superstar in this match, they must win here tonight to make that dream a reality. Rollins awaits the winner. Nakamura had to earn his place, and he's looked good, Nakamura. He's looked good, but has not come close, in my opinion, to winning the big prize. Whilst he's been excellent, you wonder, will he ever be able to win the Universal Championship? There's so many great superstars all competing for it. Can Nakamura break through the middle and get his way all the way to the top? Tough match tonight. He's up against 5 of Raw's best. Will he prove to be the best out of the 6 superstars in this match tonight, as the Elimination Chamber begins? 2 men will start. John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura will begin this match, with the other 4 superstars locked in pods, and they will enter in at regular intervals, and they will join the 2 in the match. You are eliminated by pinfall or submission, and if you are eliminated, you must leave the chamber, and you are gone, and your WrestleMania hopes are gone as well. Cena starting off with Nakamura, picks up Shinsuke, can't quite connect there with attempted slam, instead gets taken down there by the former US champion Nakamura. Such a big opportunity here for both men here tonight. You got to make it to WrestleMania. That's where you want to win your big match. That's where you want to be every single year. You want to be involved in the world title match. That's what everyone aspires to do. Nakamura was a part of the Royal Rumble. He attempted to do that. He had a tremendous opportunity to win that Royal Rumble match. Unsuccessful. Can he make up for it here by winning the chamber tonight? As we're about to see the first man join them in this matchup. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Kevin Owens. Multiple-time Universal Champion, as we said, looking to make it 3 in a row. For 3 title wins at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. 3 WrestleManias in a row as he gets taken down there by Cena. Well, no doubt about it, the confidence of Owens is severely down. He's had a horrible year. Ever since losing the Universal Championship to Goldberg back at Extreme Rules and losing to him again at Money in the Bank, Kevin Owens has really struggled to win a match. He's struggled to buy a victory. He qualified for this, thank goodness, but Kevin Owens has just been down in the dumps. You know, I think it's just confidence. I just think he feels as though he's not the man that he once was. He's changed his ways. He's not as aggressive as he used to be. You know, he's playing by the rules a little bit more, which is great to see, but it might not work out too well in his favour. As we're going to quickly get another superstar in here. So the ring's going to fill up pretty quickly in this one. So only a slight advantage in this match for the superstars locked in the pods. As Nakamura's down and Bobby Roode will join this matchup. And in comes Roode as Kevin Owens against the ropes. John Cena, drop toe hold, down goes Owens. And Roode and Nakamura fighting away. Bobby Roode and Nakamura. Tremendous battle about to happen, you'd think, between those two great superstars. Both men have been tremendous when we've seen them. Owens and Cena, two of the biggest names we've had here in Universe Mode. No doubt about it, both men arguably top 10 caliber superstars in Universe Mode history. Kevin Owens might be top 3, might even be number 1. That's how good Owens has been, but it's been a real shame to see a legendary figure here in Universe Mode like Kevin Owens drop down as severely as he has had over the last year or so. As now we're going to see Samoa Joe. He enters in. Oh boy. The dominating, devastating Samoa Joe immediately coming after John Cena, a man he's had some issues with. Takes Cena into the cage, now throws him back in the ring. Owens will join him in the ring as well with Bobby Roode and Nakamura. All 5 superstars in the ring right now. The Undertaker's in the pod, waiting and ready to go. A bit of an advantage for the Undertaker going into this matchup last. He'll have a chance just to compose himself, watch what all the other 5 superstars in this match are up to, what their plans are, what they are trying to attempt, while he can assess, rest up, and get himself prepared. As Kevin Owens working on the leg there of John Cena. Meanwhile, strike there by Nakamura. Cena into the cage as well. The crowd getting behind Cena as the Undertaker enters this match. The man who single-handedly took down the NWO, the man who defeated Goldberg, the man that made Monday Night Raw what it is and kept Raw in control, stopped the NWO from taking over and remaining in control. That dead man and Bobby Roode right now. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens and Nakamura, Joe and Cena. This is a big step up for Bobby Roode, coming after the biggest name in the matchup, The Undertaker. Bobby Roode, though, holds a major victory in his career, defeating Kurt Angle back at the NXT just after WrestleMania. So about a year ago, we saw Roode defeat Kurt Angle one-on-one in arguably one of the greatest matches we've ever seen here in Universe Mode. As Roode bouncing off the ropes. Kurt Angle we saw in the Royal Rumble as well, so we may see Kurt Angle in the future of Universe Mode as Joe off the top of the rope with a senton. Lands down there on Cena, renewing that rivalry that's been going on for the last few months. Undertaker coming after Kevin Owens. We're about to see a bit of old school by the dead man. Here he comes with the right hand right into the back as Cena trying to pin Joe. Kicked out. Taker now. Oh, he went for a tombstone. Trying to put Kevin Owens away early. KO now. Coming after Taker. What a big pitfall this would be for The Undertaker. For Kevin Owens rather than The Undertaker, who has beat The Undertaker before. Owens has a victory over Cena. He's beaten The Undertaker. He's done it all. Just not so much in recent times. As Nakamura, clothesline, down goes KO. As Taker sent to the outside. Nakamura! Kinshasa! Right there to Owens! KO's down! Kinshasa! Owens in trouble! Owens is eliminated! And Owens is the first man gone. He knew that this was going to be the big night for him. He's down on luck. He's down on confidence. And tonight, it's not his night. He is not going to WrestleMania to challenge for the Universal title 3 years in a row. As Rude with the Northern Lights there to the dead man on the outside. Cover here. Taker's in trouble. Kicks out quickly. Meanwhile, Joe trying to pin Cena. Nearly gets him at 2. Nakamura, the first elimination in the match. Kevin Owens is gone. Joe coming after Nakamura now. In the corner, which is where you don't want to be against Samoa Joe. Rude and Taker to the outside, and Joe picks up Nakamura and just throws him back down. Vicious attack there by Samoa Joe, who has just been a man on a mission. He has wanted to become Universal Champion so badly that he's willing to turn his friendship with Seth Rollins. He's willing to turn his back on Rollins. We're willing to ruin that friendship. He's just been aggressive. He's been dominant. He's been destructive. And he's continuing that trend here right now. Cena trying to go for the 5-knuckle shuffle. Joe with a counter. And Joe now driving Cena in the corner. Attempted strike there by Joe. Missed out. The Cena gets the knees up. As Nakamura and Roode to the outside. Taker wants to get involved here. Undertaker and Shinsuke Nakamura right now. As Taker with a slam. Down goes Nakamura. And down goes Joe at the same time. Cena and Joe. Taker and Roode. Nakamura down. Cena wants to join the action to the outside. Meanwhile, Nakamura wants to get back in the ring. I think Nakamura realizes this is an opportunity to eliminate Samoa Joe. He's hurting. He's alone in the ring. Let's try. Cena to the outside. Tried to land on the Undertaker. Missed out. Undertaker too close and Cena overshot it. Nakamura with an elbow lands on Joe. Neckbreaker there by Roode to Cena to the outside. Chaotic action right now. Nakamura and Samoa Joe inside the ring. Joe's in some trouble. He's hurting. And Joe, though, with a DDT, had to. If he doesn't connect, he's in trouble. Taker's down. Bobby Roode and John Cena now. Nakamura trying to pin Samoa Joe. Can he do it? No. And Roode with a chop to the chest there. Roode still coming after Cena. Bobby Roode. Neckbreaker. Taker's back to his feet. The veteran, The Undertaker. Multiple-time world champion here in Universe Mode himself. A man who... Oh, into the pod! A man who has not been defeated in 3 attempts at WrestleMania here in Universe Mode. First was Chris Jericho. Then it was Sting. But wait on! Roode just hit a huge spike buster to the outside of the ring on Cena. That's going to hurt! And he's got him! Oh my goodness! One of the big names in the match is gone! Meanwhile, Roode looking for the glorious DDT on The Undertaker! Hits him to the outside! The outside of the chamber! Roode's about to pin The Undertaker! Bobby Roode with a huge upset! No! The dead man gets the shoulder up. He's still in it. But Roode did eliminate... He did eliminate Cena. Now Joe. Coquina clutch on Nakamura. Nakamura's got nowhere to go. Shinsuke tapping out. That's it for Shinsuke Nakamura. He's gone. He won't be at WrestleMania. He's been eliminated. We're down to 3 already. Bobby Roode, who's had a tremendous season, the greatest NXT champion in Universe Mode history, with Samoa Joe and The Undertaker. Joe's had a tremendous rise. Undertaker has been unbeatable whenever we see him. 3 great superstars all gunning for this title. All gunning for the prize to make it at WrestleMania. Who's going to get there? You see Joe and Taker face to face right now, trying to hang on, trying to get it into each other's face, trying to get to each other's feet first. Taker's coming after Joe near that pod. Bounces him face first off of it. Right into that metal corner of the pod. The structure. And that's going to hurt Samoa Joe quite greatly. Taker now. Looking to make this Bobby Roode's last ride. Roode's in big trouble. Oh, that's got to be it for Roode. Shoulders down. Taker to beat Roode. No! Bobby Roode kicks out at 2. Oh, big move by The Undertaker. He kicks out at 2. And Bobby Roode stays in this match. But for how much longer? A last ride to the outside. We saw how devastating moves to the outside can be. As Roode into the metal structure. Taker now. Oh, this has got to be it now for Roode. Samoa Joe is going to watch on because The Undertaker hits the tombstone. Joe sneaks in with a cover. I'm not sure what's going on here, but that's it. He has pinned Bobby Roode. It didn't look that great, but he's pinned him, and that's it. We're down to 2. Well, Joe steals The Undertaker's pinfall attempt because Undertaker hit the tombstone, and then Bobby Roode was down and out. Samoa Joe came along and he hit Bobby Roode with that pinfall attempt, and he got the 1, 2, 3. Down to 2 men. Joe and The Undertaker in the middle of the ring right now. Arguably the 2 men that I would consider to be the favorites heading in. Going at it right now. Who's going to take this victory? A W is on the line. A chance to go to WrestleMania is up for grabs. Undertaker wants to go there and make it 4 wins in a row. Joe wants to go there and have success and win his first ever Universal title. Meanwhile, Taker has Joe up onto the top of the rope. Not good signs if you're Samoa Joe right now. Joe up top and... oh! Taker! How the hell did he catch him? He caught Joe somehow and powerbombed him down. I have no idea how he pulled that off, but he did. Taker continues, but you can see those old war horse legs feeling the effects of this contest. Can he stay in it? Can he keep going? Undertaker just needs to find one more big move, that tombstone. Can he do it? Can Undertaker pull out a huge win to beat Joe, to go to WrestleMania, to take on Rollins? Joe, gut wrench, slams him down. Cover, Joe, to beat Taker, to go to WrestleMania. No. Elimination Chamber here. We're down to our final two. Arguably one of the greatest of all time, The Undertaker. Perhaps one of the best we've seen here in Universe Mode as well. Joe, a rising star, a man on a mission. Who will secure their place? It might very well be The Undertaker. Has Joe up? This may be his last ride. Taker, no! Joe with a counter. Joe countering Taker there. And Joe now being tossed away by The Undertaker. Undertaker hit the last ride, but he couldn't get the attempted cover. If he did, he wins. Joe was good enough to find a way to stop The Undertaker. Now Joe is desperate. Joe, he's trying to survive. What does Joe do from here? Joe's in big trouble. Real trouble. Joe's up to his feet. Taker, I think, tried to pick him up for the tombstone. Couldn't quite connect. Joe, right hand. More right hands. Oh no! Joe! Coquina clutch. Locked in. Taker, nowhere to go. Taker's in trouble. And Undertaker has passed out. And Joe is going to WrestleMania. Can you believe it? Samoa Joe makes The Undertaker pass out from the Coquina clutch. And he's going to go to WrestleMania to face Seth Rollins for the Universal title. Samoa Joe survives 5 other superstars in the chamber. And he will go to WrestleMania. He will go to challenge Seth Rollins. And Joe will finally get one more shot for the Universal title. The title that he believes he should have won back at SummerSlam when he cashed in Money in the Bank and was screwed. Joe's had a tough season, and now he's taken matters into his own hands. He's not taking no for an answer, and Joe is going to WrestleMania. What an event tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a night. It is our final event before WrestleMania. Next time we come your way on pay-per-view, it will be the biggest event of the year. It will be the 4th installment of WrestleMania in Universe Mode history. Will you be there? I hope so, because it's going to be an epic show. If you enjoyed this episode, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you don't go anywhere without leaving a like on it. That way I know that you enjoyed the show. If you watch the entire show, leave the word chamber in the comments section down below. Make sure you have subscribed so you don't miss any more streams, any more episodes, any more Universe Mode coverage from me. We are truly on the road to WrestleMania. This was the final major pit stop, and now we build to the big one. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next episode of Universe Mode coming your way very soon.